I recently posted to social media this little ditty here. It says, if you cannot make money without money, then you probably cannot make money with money. Now, that generated a lot of comments and a lot of personal messages and emails to me throughout my different social media accounts. And I sort of wanted to clarify and address some of those concerns and issues. A lot of people have this idea, or they often quote, well, it takes money to make money. Well, to me, as far as I'm concerned, that's a universal lie. Because, to be honest with you, you don't need money to make money. What you need to do in order to make money is to be able to spot an opportunity. Know it's an opportunity that's staring you right in the face. And, as one of my favorite quotes from Sherlock Holmes, Hounds of the Baskervilles, was, the world is filled with obvious things that nobody ever notices. And these opportunities are all over the place. But, people don't spot them. But let's talk about needing money to make money. To be honest with you, you don't need that. Money is an asset. Money is a tool. It's not the end-all and be-all, but it is a tool. It is an asset. So with this asset, with this tool, you can either make more money, which, yes, you can make more money with money if you know how to do it, if you know how to spot the opportunity. But on the other hand, just because you have money doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make money or that you know how to make money. There are a lot of people that have actually won lotteries, won millions of dollars, and they check back with them a few years later and they have zero. You give someone $1 million and not everybody is going to come back after investing it and working it with $10 million or $5 million. They're going to come back with $1 million of depreciated stuff and memories. Well, not necessarily good memories, but $1 million worth of stuff depreciated means that probably the stuff, if they had to have a fire sale, would probably only be worth at least, at best, $100,000. And still, that might be a lot of money to you, but really, to spend $1 million to end up with something worth $100,000 is not a very good thing. But going back to my original thought, it doesn't take money to make money. What it takes is the ability to spot an opportunity. Money, as I said, is an asset, a tool. But you actually have, if you don't have any money, and everybody has this, believe it or not, this extra asset, but they overlook it. Another asset that you have, you're naturally born with it, is time. If you say, well, gee, I don't have any money, chances are you don't have a job, but you have time. I find this always the case. I always kind of joke around about this. Either I have the money and I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, but I have the time. But that's what I used to say. I don't say that anymore. But for a lot of people, that's the story, isn't it? It goes with the idea of living hand to mouth as well, or paycheck to paycheck. Most people, they have the time, but they don't have the money, or they have the money and they don't have the time. Now, let's look at this. If you have the time, you have an asset. Now, you can take that time as an asset, as a tool, and you can turn it into money if that's your goal. And in turning it into money, basically, you would go and get a job, and you'd put your time into that job, and in exchange, you get money. Now, get the idea that this is where your starting point, because if you're really smart, you're going to take that money that you make and leverage a little bit of it and use it as a tool so that you can get more money by investing it in other things. Now, I'm not saying going into stuff that you don't know anything about, but investing it to either get you more time or to get you more money. Likewise, you still have time that you're going to invest so that you can either make more money or get some more time. Also, another asset that you have that you can use if you don't have money, which is one of the assets that a lot of people say you have to have. If you don't have that, if you have time, and what if you have perhaps experience? No one has the experience, the street smarts, all the things that make you up, in life, the things that you've gone through, like you. I mean, you're unique. All people are not created equal. I realize that's another video, but that's true. So with the experience that you have, the knacks you have, maybe you have a natural talent to fix things. Maybe you have a natural talent of spotting opportunities. But of course, if you did, why the heck are you watching this video saying, geez, I need money to make money? But maybe you have a natural talent to do other things. It could be photography, it could be writing, it could be researching, it could be planning, it could be just simply maybe you're good with your hands, maybe you're good at building things or creating things. The problem is with a lot of creative people is they're very good at that, but they don't know how to look for the opportunities so that they can leverage that creative talent, that experience they have, into making other assets, such as making more time, adding to their a greater breadth of experience that they need so that they can expand their craft. So the whole thing is the ability to look for opportunities where you can apply this stuff, where you can actually use your experience and hopefully sell your experience so that you will have additional assets. Because if you have the time, if you have time as an asset, and if you have knowledge, experience as an asset, and you have money as an asset, I pretty much guarantee you that, I mean, everybody's shooting to be a millionaire these days. I pretty much guarantee you that you're on your road to success right there. Because once you've got those three things in place, those three assets, you're bound to be able to spot an opportunity. And if you don't, you have to fine-tune it so you can, because you're pretty much at the right place in the right time. You just have to be able to figure out where to jump in. So with regards to, having money to make money, don't believe it, and don't let that scare you. If you know you're good at something, if you have the time and you have the ability, go for it. There's all sorts of ways of doing it. There's all sorts of ways you can do things on the cheap. When I started out, I'm great at reading. I love to read. I love to read and understand things. I didn't have a whole lot of money to start a website. This is back in the day when people had dial-up and all those other things. I didn't, they wanted like $600 to build a website. I couldn't afford that. So what I did was I did have time, but I didn't have the money. So what did I do? I went and I got some books. And for a weekend, I sat and I worked through them and figured out how to do HTML coding. Gee, does anybody do that anymore? Anyway, so that's what you do. And that website actually brought me in some money. So just think about this. Look for opportunities. If you have time, you have an asset. Don't waste that asset. Use it to get some money or to leverage it into other situations. If you have knowledge, once again, use it as an asset. Look at it as an asset. And if you have a little bit of money, use it as an asset. Don't go out and spend it all. Use it so that you can get more coming in. Look for the opportunity. And that's what I meant when I said, you don't need money to start a business or to get ahead or to make money. You just basically need to figure out the opportunity and where the assets that you do have fit in, whether it's time, whether it's experience, and whether it's even money if you do have money. But money is optional. You don't need the money. You don't need the hammer to build the house. Sometimes, a good saw and a few other things will help you out as well to get started. Anyway, that's my video. Be sure to like the video down there. I think down there is where the like button is. And visit my website, www.drroberting.com, and send me an email if you'd like leave me a comment or let me know if there's a video you'd like me to cover or a topic you'd like me to discuss. And that's basically it. And once again, here's to your success. Thank you.